Let me ask you this question. If somebody typed you a letter on Microsoft Word, signed it and sent it to you, or they hand wrote you a letter and sent it to you, which one of those would mean more? 9 out of 10 times, people will say the handwritten letter. Why? It's more intimate. They took the time to write it. Imagine now how much more intimate, how much more engaged you show your customers you are, as opposed to coming right in trying to start typing something in the computer. You pull out your pen. You should always have a very nice pen. You swore. You say, hey, listen, folks, y'all mind if I take some notes? I just want to make sure I get everything that you guys share with me as accurate as possible. It's extremely important to me. Is that cool? What are they going to say? No, you better not take notes and try to be accurate. That's that. No, it doesn't make sense. Well, guess what? They say, wow, he's really engaged, or she's really engaged, or they're really engaged. And think about this now. Any of the information we get that we write down, before we leave the guest, guess where we're going to put it? In the system. But it gives us the opportunity to be able to build with them first, as opposed to just bringing them in and have them looking at the back of a computer screen. We're finger pecking, asking them personal questions. You know what their mind is saying? Oh my God, what are they doing? The credit that? Defensive walls go way up. And you don't want to do that. You will get the information in. But hear me out. You will put the information in. But there's a time and a place. You don't need it right then. The only reason the information is going into the customer management system is to make sure, A, people know you're working with that person, and B, later on, if you need to print out any information, whatnot for them, it's already in there. So nobody else can work with them if they're sitting right there in front of you anyway. So you'll be able to get it in. Now, you may want to get their name or information. There's maybe it's their first and last name, just to put it in the system to see if anything pops up. But you should have asked them, hey, are you working with anybody else, or is this your first time here? And like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later on, when you're going through the greeting, how to make sure you're not dealing with somebody else's customer and wasting, taking anything away or wasting any of your time. But when you're sitting them down, it's all about you proving to them, I'm different, and showing them, I'm truly engaged. I really want to help you. And asking them questions and listening with the intent to understand versus listening with the intent to reply. So when you send somebody down and you start qualifying them, you want to make sure you're using what's called layered questions, okay? Now, layered questions are questions that, regardless of the answer they give, it allows you to roll off into another question. I'll give you an example. We have to start off with asking the customer, do you mind if I take some notes? We're not going to say, yeah, that's cool. We want them to say yes. Okay. The more times we get them saying yes throughout the flow of the process, it makes it easier to say yes at the end. And it's not about manipulation tactics. It's just leveraging. I want them to have a positive experience. I'd rather them say yes more than no. I want them to feel good. And when it's time to make the decision, they'll feel good about that. It is my responsibility to make this the most positive. It's your responsibility to make the most positive buying experience we possibly can. Where they say, you know what, if I had to go into a dealership and I had to buy a vehicle today, I'm glad it was with them and nobody else. And if you get people to do that, you're winning. You're winning. So an example of a layered question, are you looking for new or pre-owned? Well, it doesn't matter whether they say new or pre-owned. You can say, I'm looking for new. Okay. Is this for business or personal use? Are you looking for new or pre-owned? Pre-owned. Okay. Is this for business or personal use? Now, both of those answers, I use the same question. And let's just say they say new. Okay. Is this for business or personal use? For business. Okay. So your daily driver? Yeah. To and from your place of business? Yeah. Well, what type of work do you do? You see what I'm saying? That's a layered question. That allows you to be able to engage with the customer without us doing too much talking and getting information. Realize something. If you're doing all the talking, if they know this much about you and you know that much about them, you're losing. If the sales associate is doing most of the talking, you're losing. Sales is not about the gift of gab, even though I ignorantly thought that when I first started. Ignorant meaning like now. I thought that, and it doesn't. It has nothing to do with it. It's all about the gift of listening. Remember something. Good salespeople practice what to say. The great ones practice what to ask.
Whether you're new to sales or a seasoned vet, if you're looking to increase your sales conversions, generate more leads leveraging social media, or increase your commissions, even double or triple it, check out the Selling for Success sales training platform loaded with complete courses that cover phone skills training, lead generation, sales conversion, even that extra little bit of motivation you need to get you through a tough week. You can join absolutely free. And if you're ready to take your skills to a completely another level, there is an advanced and a professional level membership available. So treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Check out the Selling for Success training platform today.